Hi you guys, my first YouTube video. I'm going to talk about something that happened to me in college, and it left me extremely traumatized. I remember, like, from that moment that this happened to me, I wanted to make a video about this. I wanted to talk about this because it just really breaks my heart that there are people who do go through this and they don't get the opportunity to talk about this. So yeah, I'm just gonna talk about what happened to me in college. So I remember I was in my 4th semester. So this was in college. So how many years back? 2 years back. No, that's my guess. Anyways, so this happened 2 years back during my 4th semester, and yeah, it was not good. So let me start the story. It's a bad one. So I was actually doing my bachelor's degree during this time, and I was just very concentrated on studies, and like there were a lot of things happening at home, and like I was mentally in a very wrong place, and I just wanted to, I used college as a way to kind of get out of that things that was happening home and just feel good. And that's how I saw my college as. And when I went to college, in the beginning it was good, it was all right. I had some friends, fake friends, snakes, yeah. But after that, me and those girls had some fallout, and we were not friends anymore during this time. So 4th sem comes, I'm like going to college like nothing, and all of the girls from my class were like bullying me and things like that, and this just kept happening every single week, every single day, and I just couldn't take it anymore. So I just stopped going to college. Like, I just couldn't take it anymore. And the reason behind the bullying is really fucking stupid. Like, if I could, I would make a video about this another time, but like, that's an entire different story. But it was a very silly, stupid reason. It was not even my fault. Just keep it a little, like, what do you say, brief way. I would say that I was trying to protect some people, protect them from a certain somebody, and that turned against me. So that's what happened. It was bad. Anyways, so I stopped going to college because of the bullying. I was staying home, I was not doing anything, I was completely depressed. I was having panic attacks every 2 minutes. It was horrible. And a new teacher comes and joins. The queen of our story time. Let's call her Miss X. Yeah, Miss X ended up calling me because I was not going to college. So she called me, and I picked up, and she told me like I should come back to college. And I told her like I'm being bullied in college, like I feel scared, like I can't come there, it's really scary for me. And she was being sweet in the beginning, and I was like, this teacher is really sweet, maybe I'll just give it a try. But I just couldn't. I would cry instantly. I was in a really horrible state of mind during that time. So one day, so after 3 months of staying home, I decided to go back to college because I can't waste my life like this. Like, I had some people come up to me and tell me that you go to college to learn, you go to college to get a degree. Don't care about what people think about you. You're not there to make friends, you're there to study. So just focus on your life, and if people are not gonna talk to you, that's okay. It's not your fault. So I decided to go back to college, and I first met her. She was our home teacher, she was our class teacher. So she came, and at first it was just like weird energy. Like, when someone like treats you a little differently, like treats you like just different, like you feel like you did something wrong, but you don't know what you did. So they active like passive aggressive towards you, but you don't know why. And you just think like, am I just overthinking? Like, is this really happening? That was happening to me during that time. And I was that student who always respected teachers, who always did my homework. Like, I was a good kid. I was silent, I was not a troublemaker, I always respected every single teacher, and I just didn't understand because I never had a teacher behave like this towards me, because all the teachers loved me, not to brag, did. So I just didn't understand why she was behaving this way. And I would like raise my hand. Like if she asked a question, I would raise my hand and she would just completely ignore me. Like I don't exist, I'm a ghost. I remember this, when she would take classes, she purposefully used to ignore eye contact with me, which I never understood either. Because we only had like what, 20 students in the class, and 3-4 students barely comes to the class, so it was just like what, 16 students. And I would usually sit in the front desk or pretty close to her, and she would refuse to look at me. She would look at everybody else, but she would refuse to look at me, which was strange. And I used to think, okay, maybe I'm just imagining things, like maybe I'm just overthinking it, because like sometimes you just don't remember that somebody exists. In her world, during her classes, I was non-existent, basically. I didn't exist. I felt like a ghost, literally. There were also moments that she would, make passive-aggressive comments, like, I don't have time for this, or like, some students clearly don't understand, and she would look at me and, but what did I do? Some students don't respect teachers, which also I never understood, because I've always respected her. Even when she was doing these things, I always had respect for her. Never once I questioned her authority, as a teacher. So it was very strange that she would think that about me. And I even used to think, it's really about me. But I knew it was about me. Like, you just feel it. She never would say my name. It's also pretty strange. Yeah, she never would. The only time that she would call my name is like if I had to present something, like a seminar or something, she'd call my name. But other than that, I've never ever heard her call my name, ever. And I remember this one time, like I was like 5 minutes late because of the bus. So I came by the college bus. So the college bus was late and it was not even my fault. So I came there and she just yelled at me. Just yelling at my face, like, and I made like a tiny mistake. She would make such a big deal out of it. But if somebody does the same mistake or even worse, she's like, oh, it's okay. They're just funny. Yeah, and I remember this one time I was late for class. I think I was like 5 minutes late or something. It's not even a big deal. She just started yelling at me for no reason. And I was not late because I was just chatting with my boyfriend or something. No, I was actually late because I came by the college bus and the bus was late and it was not even my fault. And she started yelling at me and I just went completely silent, because that's a problem that I have. Like when a teacher yells at me, I just go, even though I didn't do anything wrong, I just don't say it. I can't bring myself to say it. I don't know why. I've always been that way and I don't like it. I want to change it. I'm a lot better now. Like if she yelled at me like that, I'm like, no teacher, like I didn't do anything wrong. The bus was late. It was not even my fault. I would have said it. But back then I would just take it and just, yeah. I just let them abuse me. And like in class, like she would literally like use me as like an example, like not to do, like don't be like me. Yeah, and I was like completely humiliated. And I remember this one time, like, okay, I had only one friend from this college. I was not friends with anybody else. I had this one single friend who was like my best friend, and she also started getting bullied by this teacher because she was friends with me. And during a parent-student meeting, she literally, this teacher, Miss X, told my best friend's mother that I'm a bad influence and I should stop being friends with, that she should stop being friends with me. And she told me this, and I just remember feeling so bad, like so bad, and I just shut down completely. I felt so sad. I felt so sad. I just remember just going to the college bathroom and just crying. Like I just skipped my class. I just didn't want to go to the class. I didn't want to see her face. I just cried and cried. It's one of the worst feelings that I have ever felt. Because I started questioning myself, like what is so wrong in me? Like what is wrong with me? Like what have I done? Like I didn't do anything. Why am I such a bad person? And I never got the answer. And this woman, she never asked me, this teacher, she never asked me what was wrong and why I was so sad and why I was so silent. And why those things happened. Now I know that the girls from my class used to go to her and talk shit about me. I didn't know that, but yeah, they used to do that. But like, even as a teacher, you're not supposed to believe all that. Like, if she should have just asked me what happened, I should have told her the entire story, but she never did. She just decided to side with the students, my bully female classmates, and just stood with them. Yeah, that's what happened. And I got out of it somehow. I made it, graduated, left the college. I'm in a much better place now. If something like that happened to me now, I can react. I know how to react. But back then I didn't know how to. And yeah, so if you are going through something similar, please hear me. You're not the problem. Trust me, you're not the problem. A teacher's job is to guide, be kind, be empathetic to the students. And like, if someone in power is making you feel small, just know that it is not your fault. You have every right to speak up and step back, or even report it if you can. That's something I never did. I didn't want to report it. I don't know why. I was scared. I never reported the things that she did to me, and you're allowed to protect your peace. So thanks for listening to my story. It wasn't easy to share this one, I know. And if you experience something like this, just know that you're not alone. And yeah, drop a comment and share this video. Give it a like. Subscribe if you can. And I'm here to listen too. You can share your stories. I'm here to listen as well. You can just share your stories and I'll read it and I'll respond back to you all. So yeah, take care.